Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Poor Man's Gold channel. And I just want to add my 2 cents. I'm going to throw my 2 cents in on silver and on the 3 categories of silver that really only matter. I mean, I break my stack down into 3 separate categories of silver, and they're really the only category. They're really the only 3 types of silver that really matter to me. I don't really care about any other categories of silver besides generic, vintage, and constitutional silver. So yeah, I think these 3 categories of silver are the best to stack. They're the best things for your stack. A lot of people will say, you know, get the government minted round, you know, the government minted bullion, you know, make sure it has a dollar denomination on it, you know what I mean? But out of my whole stack, these are my only government minted bullions. I got an Eagle, a Krugerrand, and a Britannia, and that's it. That's it on my government minted stuff, because I really don't care about the government minted stuff. It's you know, it's not good for the bottom line. It's not good for the, you know, the dollar cost average. And you know what? I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't care about it. Whereas you got generic silver. Generic silver, you can get, you know, for just above spot. Beautiful, beautiful generic silver. And there are literally hundreds and hundreds of different designs and makers of generic silver. And it's a beautiful thing. Generic is one of the 3 staples of any stack's diet. Then you got your vintage silver. Beautiful, beautiful vintage silver that always will keep its value, you know what I mean? It's not just generic. I mean, most of it is generic, but when it's vintage, it's in a different category of generic, I believe. And vintage silver is just awesome, and there's really no better place to put your money, you know, than vintage silver, because it'll always be worth more than just your regular generic silver. Vintage, you know, I feel vintage is just really the best way to go. If I could change one thing about my stack, I would have strictly vintage silver, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, and I'm not sorry. I have all my whole stack is in these 3 categories, and I'm not sorry about any purchase I've ever made. I'm not sorry how my stack you know, is, man. When I first started stacking, I gravitated directly to these 3 categories of silver, and you know, I feel like I've never gone wrong. You know what I mean? Now you have the constitutional silver, which you know, constitutional silver, 90% silver, junk silver, whatever you want to call it. It's not being made anymore. It's, you know, there's a finite amount of constitutional silver left, and you can really never go wrong with the constitutional. It'll always keep its premium and its numismatic value. So keep that in mind. You got the large dollars, the Morgans, piece dollars, half dollars, beautiful half dollars. You got quarters, silver quarters, 90% silver quarters. Fantastic. You can't go wrong with them. And unfortunately, we have the dimes. We have the dimes. I know a lot of people are going to be hating on me for this, but I feel dimes are the red-headed stepchild of constitutional silver. They're just, they don't do anything for me. I'm not into them. I don't really dig them, you know, that much. And I could, you know, they're small, you know, yeah, they're fractional, whatever. They're almost meaningless to me. I would much rather prefer quarters with a little more heft, you know what I mean? Then you got the half dollars, which got more heft, and, you know, the half dollars are just way more, you know, they're just way more beautiful than probably any of the other silvers, except, you know, the fat neck lady. But, yeah, constitutional silver. You can't go wrong with vintage and generic. My advice to any new stacker would be to stay with these three categories of silver. Don't go for the super high premium silver that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. You're going to have to mortgage out the house to get a piece of this, you know, super high premium silver. This is the only super high premium silver I own, but, and I didn't buy it. I won this in a giveaway, and, I would never even consider buying, you know, something like that. So I break my silver down into three categories. The three categories that really only count in silver to me is the three categories here. The three categories that I base my stack on, and I won't change it. I won't change you know, my stacking style for anything or anyone. And like I said, these are really the only three categories of silver that matter. And if you disagree with me, let me know in a comment. You know what I mean? I'm open to suggestions, but you know, change my mind, like they say. I've built my stack on these three categories, and I am not sorry about one single purchase of any of these three categories. So if you're a new stacker, if you're an old stacker, whatever, you know what I mean? Let me know in a comment what you're stacking. What are your categories of stacking? You know, I say these three are the only, these three categories are the only categories that matter. And, yeah, changed my mind. So, I'll catch you guys soon. Keep out of trouble. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. And, keep stacking, man.